Hi everyone, what's up? Joshua here from Alternative Brewing, and today we're going to be reviewing the VBM Domabar Junior digital coffee machine. Now this is a stylish heat exchanging espresso machine that uses a temperature stable brass E61 group head coupled with a digital display to manage the boiler's temperature, and along with mechanical pre-infusion, it brews a traditional and very delicious Italian espresso. Now, before we get stuck right into it, I'm going to ask you to smash that like button, as it's like downing a double shot of espresso for the YouTube algorithm. And we really appreciate that caffeine hit. So let's dive in now, check the specs, and brew another espresso on the VBM Junior Digital. The Junior Digital is a fairly compact machine for its features and performance, and it stands at 42 centimeters high. Save another 24 centimeters above that though to access the 1.5 litre removable water tank. It's also 43 centimeters deep on the bench and is only 25 centimeters wide across. Keeping in mind you will want to add an espresso grinder in there as well, so this slim machine is an ideal choice and benefits someone looking to save on space. Still up top, you do have a reasonable sized drip tray as well that is heated passively from the boiler below. Now internally, the VBM Junior Digital uses a 1.1 litre copper boiler that's insulated for optimal heating efficiency, and has quite a large heating element at 1600 watts, not only to heat up quickly on startup, but also to maintain steady temperatures for brewing and steaming, which for this heat exchanging espresso machine can be done at the same time. So once the machine is turned on, up top and on the front of the machine, you have that small ULED display used in conjunction with the 3 uncomplicated buttons, as well as the machine's status indicator. So when this indicator is red, the machine is not ready to use, but is most likely heating up, and it'll also be red if you have an alarm code, say if you're out of water in the water tank. And it will display orange when the Junior Digital is loading again, either from just heating from a previous shot or pumping water from the boiler, and then it will go green, which is good to go when the machine is ready to use. So I guess sort of like traffic lights, except the orange is ready to go instead of ready to stop. Found directly under this is your Eco button. Press this once and the machine will go into a hibernation of sorts, so keeping a low steady temperature in the boiler, and then it'll be ready to heat back up at a moment's notice. This helps with energy saving throughout the day. Say if you're having multiple coffees in an office scenario where you didn't require the machine to be completely turned off each time. You can save on energy at the press of a button, which is a good thing to have. The machine though will turn off automatically after 2 hours of inactivity. And then there is your plus and your minus buttons. These can be used once you have a green light to go. Hold down the plus button and then you have access to all the temperature controls through the PID boiler. As a heat exchanging boiler operates, you do trade off the heat from the steam production in the main section of the boiler to warm up your brew water. So you can't really change one temperature without really changing the other. You do though have full access to which one you would like to set and manage. So whether it is the bar pressure for your steam wand, the temperature of the brew water in Celsius or Fahrenheit, or the steam boiler temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit, you do get to choose which one you have as default on the main screen of the ULED display, and then you can adjust it quite easily from there, up or down, without then having to go back into all those settings. But as I've already mentioned, it does come with that flow-on effect of changing the other function's temperature along with the one that you're trying to set. But to set the machine up that's right for you, if you're running a brew temperature of 94 degrees Celsius, you'll have a steam pressure of around 1.2 bars, which is okay. But if you're into milk drinks, then you would probably want 1.3 bars of pressure or 126 degrees Celsius in the steam boiler, and then you just need to flush your group head prior to making an espresso to manage the brew temp that way. Left and right of the group head, you have your steam and your hot water, with that steam wand using a 2-hole steam nozzle. Now each of the taps is an ergonomic contemporary design where you twist to open them, and it's nice that the steam is not full power straight away, where you can steadily increase the power. And that hot water wand is in a similar fashion, easy to manage its supply. It's coming straight out of the bottom of the boiler though, so it's nice and hot, perfect for tea or Americanos. Now, looking at the brew group, this is one of the better E61 groups that I've used. The lever is effortless to lift up, it doesn't feel clunky at all, is smooth, and transitions into a mechanical pre-infusion quite easily. You've got plenty of control to hold that pre-infusion a little bit longer without engaging the pump fully, and this would allow you to naturally flow water onto the bed of coffee prior to that full pump pressure. This helps increase extraction, mitigates channeling, and brews a more flavorful espresso. And the brew group itself, give this around 10 minutes to warm up at the start of the day, but once it is hot to touch, then brewing temperatures are going to be as consistent as they come. And to take a quick look at the accessories you get with the VBM Junior Digital, there's a single and a double spouted portafilter, along with corresponding 8-gram and 16-gram filter baskets. There's the usual plastic additions of a tamped scoop and brush, but you also get a steel blind filter basket for cleaning the machine, and you use this in either of the portafilters to backflush the E61 group head with the 3-way solenoid valve. And to cover off the last features to the VBM Junior Digital, you have that dishwasher approved drip tray made from plastic. It has a very convenient float in the tray that will indicate when it's time to empty out. It's light and easy to remove, and it has that great capacity to it, taking water from that 3-way solenoid valve and also from the outlet to the OPV. So to begin brewing an espresso on the VBM Junior Digital, I'm loading up the basket with 16 grams of coffee. I'm going to tamp this using a metal tamp, so it's best to get one along with the machine. It's easy to insert the portafilter into the group head and then lift that lever halfway for a little bit of pre-infusion to get going. Lift it up all the way to ramp up to full brew pressure. There's always a little bit of an extra weight, but the espresso out brews nice and even from both spouts, and it's a very delicious looking espresso. To touch quickly on the distance between the spouts and the drip tray, you could say there are pros and cons to this space. Not great if you do intend on using a cup larger than about 10 centimeters high. It is good for espresso brewing as the coffee doesn't have that far to fall into the cup. Flavor-wise, they have been strong, intense espressos, and there's no surprise there from the Italian-made espresso machine of this quality. Whilst you're waiting for it to finish brewing, you could also be steaming milk too. It's important to note that you want to have a little bit of room either side of the machine, as both the steam and the hot water wand are movable, but they're bent in a shape that kind of have them move off to the side of the machine. But to steam the milk, that steam wand has a good insulated grip to it, and there are no issues otherwise achieving a really good texture in the milk for cafe quality at its finest within your own home. And that's the VBM Domabar Junior Digital espresso machine for you. With its modern look and compact design and removable side panels that are magnetized for an additional customization of the machine, the Junior Digital, as a heat exchanging espresso machine, it suits the home barista not only looking for a machine that brews great coffee, but one that has character. And there's no shortage of that with the espresso that it brews or the machine itself. So if you have any questions on the VBM Junior Digital, add them in the comment section down below and we'll get straight back to you. Don't forget to hit that little bell icon and the subscribe button so you stay notified when we bring out new videos just like this every week. Thanks for staying to the end of this video. We'll see you in the next one.